If Pyros and Crips all got along, they probably got me down by the end of the song. Seem like the whole city go against me. Every time I'm in the street, I hear drop, 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 drop.
Okay, so as you might have noticed, you don't see me on Instagram, you know what I mean? You know, this video obviously is not on Instagram. I mean, because here's the thing. I feel like most of my basketball videos go on Instagram. Like, I usually have, like, Instagram in the background, you know what I mean? But this one, I decided, let's just not do that. Let's just not do that. The more I think about it, it's like 50-50. Like, I think half my videos are on, like, random websites, and the other half is on Instagram. But, you know what I mean? In terms of Instagram, I just had to go off that shit. Dude, because, like, bro, when the Warriors lost, like, Game 5 versus the Grizzlies, bro, dude, I was fucking gloating hardcore, bro. I was like, dude, I was, like, talking mad fucking shit. I was like, yo, Warriors, you know what I mean? Or a D-League team, Warriors, you know what I mean? Not even go to the finals. So I was definitely talking that trash. And I mean, I would say that I was right. If you really think about it, I would say I was right. But if I were to really go in depth into what I was fucking thinking back then, all these fucking faggot ass NBA fans are gonna think I'm a sore loser. So I'm not even gonna go into it. I'm not even gonna go into what my mindset is. But dude, I just had to go off Instagram for a second. Dude, I just fucking blocked every single motherfucking... Like, I literally just blocked every single basketball-related page. Yeah, bro, I just blocked, like, damn near every single fucking basketball-related page, other than, like, maybe Shams or Woj. Because at least Shams or Woj are going to be like, Warriors won NBA championship. That's it. You know, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, Stephen Curry's the greatest point guard ever. Oh my god, Warriors dynasty this. You know what I mean? They're gonna report the facts and move on. That's all I need. All I need is the information. I don't need any of the dick riding, alright? Just, you know what I mean? It's like, I blocked like ESPN. I blocked the NBA Instagram page. I blocked all the motherfuckers, bro. I am not trying to hear it. So, if any of you trolling ass motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Because I will admit, I kind of trolled pretty hard myself when the Warriors lost. So if any of y'all trolling motherfuckers, you know, on Instagram thought I might have blocked you or I might have deleted my comment, that is not the case. Yeah, I did not delete my comment. Like, if it says a deleted comment, then, you know, my bad. But, you know, I did not, like, you know what I mean, go out of my way to delete the comment. I just fucking blocked the whole page. So if the comment's deleted, then, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, I never meant for the comment to be deleted. Because usually, when I say shit, and I'm wrong about it, you know, I let people have at it. I'm not a sore loser. So, I didn't block any of y'all. I didn't block any, you know, I didn't, you know, go out of my way to delete the comment. All I did was, you know, I blocked all the NBA pages because I really don't want to hear this shit. I'm really just not trying to hear this shit. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably get more in depth in this later. But yeah, I'm just not trying to hear this shit. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm just not trying to hear this shit. Like, basically, like, yeah, if anyone wants to, like, send me hate comments, I really don't fucking care. Like, you know what I mean? Because, like, obviously these Warriors fans are gonna talk shit. I have no problem with that. It's just, I can't deal with the fucking spamming. Like, you know, whenever the fucking Warriors, whenever they win a championship, or whenever Stephen Curry wins, like, anything, like, even makes the fucking playoffs, you know, they just throw a fucking parade for that shit. So I couldn't deal, because here's the thing. They were spamming shit with fucking Joe Burrow. Like, when Joe Burrow made the Super Bowl, you know, you saw the fucking influx. And that's Joe Burrow. That's not Stephen Curry. See, Joe Burrow, the dick riding is like at a 5 or 6 out of 10 when it comes to Joe Burrow. But it's at like a fucking 120, 130, 150 out of 10 with Stephen Curry. So they're just gonna do. I guarantee you, like these next 6 months, these next 7 months are gonna be an absolute fucking shithole. It's gonna be like, Warriors this, Warriors that, Stephen Curry this, Stephen Curry that. We're gonna see this shit for, what is it? It's like June right now. I guarantee you, by fucking January, they're still gonna be talking about, oh yeah, you know the Warriors won their 4th champion. They're still gonna be talking about the shit. But on a side note, I really gotta say this. I think God hates me. I really think God hates me. Here's the thing. I've always been kind of neutral on the whole God thing. Like, I'm really not trying to get into that right now. You know what I mean? I'm really not trying to go on a tangent like this whole, is God real? Kind of. So what I'll say is this. I'm 50-50. I'm 50-50 on that whole, is God real? I'm 50-50. I'm not one way this, one way that. You know what I mean? So don't even ask me about that shit. But basically, yeah. I think God, I think he hates me. I really do. Because think about this. So for the past 2 years, so 2021, right? This all started, okay, because 2020, at least LeBron won a championship, so I can't even complain about that. But starting off, 2021, bro, this motherfucker went on a full-on rampage, bro. This motherfucker, God, just went on a full fucking rampage. So first off, it's UCLA, that's my fucking team, that's my hometown. My hometown is probably maybe half an hour away from LA, so it's growing up, I always wanted to go to fucking UCLA. That was my dream school, you know what I mean? So so anytime UCLA has a sports team, you know what I mean? Anytime they're even not even doing good, just anytime they're in the tournament, because here's the thing, I'm not an overall big college basketball fan, but I do tune into March Madness. You know what I mean? I'm not the type that watches all the regular season games of college basketball, but I always watch March Madness, and every time March Madness goes on, I'm always cheering for UCLA. You know what I mean? So basically what I want to say is, first the UCLA thing goes on, right? The UCLA thing goes on, we get all the way to the Final Four, and I'm like, well, yes, you know what I mean? Let's beat the faggot-ass Gonzaga, you know what I mean? I thought, because Gonzaga had all this fucking hype. Oh my God, Gonzaga, they're undefeated. Oh my God, Gonzaga. Oh wow, Gonzaga, the greatest college basketball team ever. So Gonzaga had all this fucking hype going into that game, and I was just like, let's show them boys, you know what I mean, who the real college basketball powerhouses are, right? Because last time I checked, Gonzaga, how many championships they have? Remember that guy? Remember the guy was talking to Jake Layman? Remember that whole Jake Layman video where it's how many you got? How many minutes you playing tonight? 0. It's the same shit. This is the exact same shit. You know what I mean? It's ain't getting no fucking minutes. No minutes. No minutes, no championships. You know what both have in common? 0. How many championships does UCLA have? Fucking 17. So, you know what I mean? All this Gonzaga shit gotta fucking stop. Cause, you know what I mean? When has Gonzaga ever been able to say that they're a dynasty? other than a dynasty and taking L's in the championship game. Other than that, like what dynasty have they ever had? You know what I mean? So yeah, basically, I kind of went off on a tangent, but basically it's like, so first we get to, you know what I mean, the whole UCLA Gonzaga thing, and then finally I think UCLA got this, right? UCLA got this in the bag. But no, this overrated ass Jalen Suggs got to hit a fucking half-court buzzer beater that's been played on every station, that's been Instagram reeled on every fucking station for like fucking 2-3 years. You know what I mean? That shit's just never gonna work. That shit will never go away ever. Like, that Jalen Suggs shot will never ever go away ever. Like, I'm gonna have to see that shit till the end of fucking time. So first, UCLA does that shit, right? And then I'm like, I still got the Suns. You know, I was like depressed for a second, but I was like, I still got the Suns. You know, I still got the Suns. I got a lot of hope for this team. You know, because I think at that time they were like just about ready to get ready for the playoffs. So I was like, I think we're the 2 seed. You know, we got the Lakers in the first round, but you know, I like our chances. And then we get all the finals. So now I'm really hyped, right? I'm really hyped. I'm really hyped. I'm just like, okay, we got a 2-0 lead. Even LeBron tweeted out, 2 more left to go, my brother. You know what I mean? Like, it's him and CP3. Like, I'm pretty sure CP3 is like Bronny's godfather. I give you an offer you can't refuse. You know what I mean? Or like, fuck. What? I'm trying to think of a Michael Corleone line. Hold on. Shit. Okay. Oh yeah. Don't ever. Alright. Fuck. There was like this one line that was in that one movie where he was just like, don't ever think, like, he said something about like, oh yeah, don't ever lie to me, it insults my intelligence. Okay, all real Godfather fans know which one I'm talking about. Remember the one where he was just like, he said blah 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 blah, it insults my intelligence, because like, you know, that like that one dude was dating his sister. But anyway, that's besides the point. Let's just move on from Godfather. Let's stay on the topic of NBA. So, first off, they had a 2-0 lead, and I was like, let's go, my man Chris Paul about to get a fucking ring. Let's go. You know what I mean? So I was really hyped. I knew they were gonna lose game 3, because if they didn't lose game 3, like, Milwaukee was really just about to get swept. Like, Milwaukee was really just about to get swept if they didn't win game 3. So I was like, I kind of knew that they were going to win game 3. And then game 4 was the one I started tuning in. I didn't even bother to watch game 3, because I already knew, like, I think I watched game 1. And here's the funny thing. So I was like playing Madden while waiting for the game to. I was playing Madden while waiting for game 2 to start, and I think I fucking fell asleep. Like, I think I fell asleep playing Madden, so by the time I woke up, like, the game was already over. But I was like literally playing Madden just to wait for game 2 to start. And then, you know, we won game 2 by a lot, so I was like, okay. And then what is it? I didn't, like I said, I didn't even bother to watch game 3. But then game 4, I was like, I have to watch this shit, because, you know, we have a chance to go up 3-1. Once we go up 3-1, we got game 5 in our building. Let's close this shit out, alright? And then, I don't know what the fuck happened. Like, you know, Chris Paul just decided to fucking fall down and all that bullshit. You know, Chris Paul decided to fall down, and then there goes that shit. There goes that shit, like, right there. You know, just out of, you know, Chris, yeah, like, the second that Chris Paul fell down, you know, and then that ball just started fucking rolling to the ground. That was Chris Paul's championship hopes literally slipping away. Like, literally just rolling down the hill. Right fucking there. So there goes that, right? You know, and then they blow 4 straight games. The Bucks win the championship. You know, and then they just played the whole. They just had to remind me. And that's another thing. That's another thing. Today is game 6, right? So then they fucking replayed the whole Giannis 50-point game as like, oh, the greatest game 6 finals performance. So they just had to fucking repeat that too. Just to add on to my fucking pain. Just to add on to that pain. So that's 2021, right? 2021, what is it? The Chargers decide to blow up their entire fucking roster. Hunter Henry's gone, Casey Hayward's gone. Like, all the best players on that fucking roster, they just decide to fucking let go of. They keep all the trash-ass players like Chris Harris Jr. and all that shit. You know, they don't sign John Johnson to complement Derwin James because, like, Derwin James is always fucking hurt. So they don't sign a safety, you know what I mean? They decide to keep Nasir trash-ass Adderley. So that's 3 fucking teams. You know, all 3 teams, you know, that I fucking root for, down the fucking drain. Don't even want to get into the personal shit. I'm not even gonna try to describe the personal shit. You know what I mean? Just know, white people. You know what I mean? White people living in a white neighborhood. You know what I mean? Dealing with that bullshit on a daily basis. You get the point. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like you would understand what I'm and not only white people, because I mean, not all white people are bad, but you know, these fucking old ass, you know what I mean? Been here since the fucking 50s, like been here since segregation motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Just staring at me like I'm a fucking like I'm like I don't even know. Like I would have said like I'm Poe, but like I'm not even trying to do that fucking stereotype. But like yeah, just like I could literally just be walking outside, these fucking old ass white motherfuckers just be staring at me everywhere I fucking go. You know what I mean? And then in terms of other, you know, in terms of I mean I already talked about some of the other shit. You know what I mean? In my like, if you watch my EDP James Charles video, I already talked about some of the shit, you know what I mean? So I'm not even getting into my personal shit. Like that's probably the most I'll get into that. That's probably the most I'll get. So that was 2021, right? And then 2022 comes, and I'm like, okay, 2021 was really shitty, but I mean 2022. You know what I mean? I wasn't like, oh, it couldn't possibly get worse. I was like, oh yeah, this shit's about to get a whole lot better. You know what I mean? 2020, the Suns, they'll be back better than ever. UCLA, they'll be back better than ever. The Chargers, you know, I was kind of pissed off about most of their moves, but it was still a rookie Justin Herbert, so I thought they're gonna be back better than ever. And then, you know, you couldn't possibly think that it could get worse for me, you know, after 2021, right? You would think, oh yeah, 2022 is gonna be way better than 2021. But nope. Nope. It's just like, they just decide, you know what I mean? God just decides to fuck with me even 20, 30, 40, 50 times even worse. Like, first off, UCLA loses. Like, UCLA had a higher seed than they did the year, you know what I mean? The year they went to the Final Four. And then they decide to lose to trash-ass UNC, bro. They lost to fucking UNC. You know what I mean? Who the fuck is on that team, bro? You know, they let this bum-ass, G-League ass, you know, I already roasted the living shit out of Caleb Love. But yeah, they let this bum-ass J.R. Smith impersonator motherfucker, Caleb Love, just like fucking drop 30 on them, you know what I mean? They got dropped off by fucking UNC, who had like a rookie head coach. So then they do that, right? And I'm like, once again, I still got the Suns. Once again, I still got the Suns. But nope. You know what I mean? We get 64 wins. I'm like, oh yeah, we win this. We win that chip easy. We win that shit easy money. You know, but I did have some skepticism just because of the CP3 and Booker injuries. I started to see little cracks in the hole forming, and I was like, okay, in order to fix those cracks that are forming that hole, maybe we should trade Ayton for Cat. And of course, the Suns management just does not fucking listen, because they think Chris Paul, who's like 37 years old, is just gonna fucking drop 30 and 10 for them every night. You didn't get this guy. You didn't get this guy to drop 30 and 10. You got this guy to fucking distribute for your offense, basically be what Steve Nash was, but obviously a little bit better than Steve Nash. That's what you got this motherfucker for. But you want him to get 15 assists and drop 30 points. I said, you gotta trade Ayton for Cat. They didn't fucking listen to me. This dude Ayton got exposed like a motherfucker in the playoffs, just like I thought he would. And then, we're up 2-0. I'm about to think, oh yeah, we about to sweep this team. We dropped 2 straight in the most fluky ways possible. Dorian Finney-Smith turned into Klay Thompson, and then Chris Paul fouled out with 10 minutes left to go in Game 4. So Dorian Finney-Smith turned into Klay Thompson in Game 3, and CP3 fouls out with 10 minutes left to go in Game 4. So we lose the most fluky way possible. So then we go back, we win Game 5. So I'm just we got this. Let's go to Game 6, close the motherfuckers out. Lose Game 6, Game 7, we got in our home. But then we decided to get fucking blown up by 30. So then there's that, right? So let's recap this whole thing. We got, the half-court shot, against UCLA, that Gonzaga made against UCLA. We had the half-court shot, Gonzaga, UCLA. Then we have the Suns blowing a 2-0 lead in the finals. Then we have the Chargers, they go 7-9, and instead of running it back with that roster, decide to blow up that entire fucking roster and just bring in a bunch of trash-ass players to replace all the people they got. You know what I mean? There's they went they started out 1-7, then went 6-2 to finish off the season, and instead of running back with that roster, just decided to completely blow up that roster and just have the shittiest fucking offseason of all time, which casual Chargers fans seem to think it was a good offseason. But then you have that, and then you have this year where it's okay, UCLA, they choke, Actually, no, they didn't choke. But the year before, Jalen Suggs just made the flukiest shot of all time. But this year, they legit choked. They lost to fucking Caleb Love. So they fucking choked that shit. And then the Suns, I'm I still got the Suns. And then the Suns decide to, ruin all my hopes and dreams. The Suns decide to ruin all my hopes and dreams. I thought after Game 5, after they won by 30, we dropped the motherfuckers off. It's time to put the motherfuckers to bed. But then we decide to, I don't even know how the fuck we lost to this team. It amazes me that it even took, I don't know how the fuck we lost this team, let alone the fact that we didn't fucking sweep this team. Because the way we won those first 2 games were hella fucking convincing. So I thought for sure this shit's about to be a sweep, right? So yeah. And then the Suns just decided to choke in the most bizarre fucking way possible. They decided to choke. And then I forgot about the Chargers, right? And the Chargers, they start out 6-1, and they're leading the division by far. They're far and away leading the division. The Chiefs can't touch them. Broncos wish they could fucking touch them. You know what I mean? What is it? The Raiders are the fucking Raiders. You know what I mean? Trash as always. So we're riding high, right? We're riding high. We're winning the division. You know what I mean? And then we just we lose random games to the fucking Texans. And then against the fucking Raiders, against the team I shit on more than any NFL team ever, even the 49ers. I shit on the Raiders even more than the 49ers. You know what I mean? I can't stand both those teams. But, you know what I mean? I don't know. There's something about Derek Carr that is just like, he's so trash. Like, this motherfucker, Derek Carr, is so trash. He makes me want to bleach my eyes out because of how bad, of football I'm watching. Like, if anyone watched the Saints-Raiders game, like, 2 years ago, when it was just Derek Carr and, like, Drew Brees' 9-year-old ass, like, going back and forth, you would understand my point of Derek Carr being trash. If anyone watched that game, you would understand why I think Derek Carr is so trash. But anyways, back to the point. And then, so, we go back and forth, you know? And then, like, we end up, the division comes down to the, you know what I mean? Us against the Raiders. And then, we have a chance to tie. But then, obviously, we call the timeout. But before that, remember this man, Mike Williams? Remember this man, Mike Williams, that we just paid like $20 million to? Oh yeah, you know that game-winning touchdown pass that would have just sent us to the playoffs and sent the Raiders home? Oh no! Did you know that Mike Williams was just wide open on that touchdown pass? Just wide the fuck open. And then, you know, them shits just slipped right out of his hands. And there goes our fucking playoff chances. And then we have to, you know, and then the Raiders, the fucking, like, of all teams, even the 49ers, I would have said, like, of all teams to eliminate us from playoffs, the fucking Raiders were the ones to eliminate from the playoffs. You know, after all that shit, the fucking Raiders were the ones. So, and then I'm like, okay, that's fine, you know what I mean? And then obviously I had to watch the trash-ass Mavs get absolutely fucking blasted, you know what I mean? Head first, you know what I mean? Like Riley Reid style, I had to watch them get fucking blasted by the fucking Warriors in 5, you know what I mean? So I enjoyed that just to cool down, because obviously I don't like the Warriors, but I just to get rid of all these, like, you know, shit-talking Mavs fans. So I did enjoy that. And I did enjoy watching Jimmy Butler's downfall, you know what I mean, when Boston won. So I enjoyed both of those things. I definitely enjoyed both of those things. But then I'm like, Boston, you know what I mean? I don't like y'all, but I don't dislike y'all. See, here's my thing. You know how some people always hated the Patriots but fucked with Tom Brady? I'm the exact opposite. I've never really had a problem with the Patriots franchise. I just feel like these Tom Brady fans need to just go fucking, you know, shoot themselves. Like, they gotta stick that gun all the way up till it reaches their fucking skull and blow their fucking brains out. Like, because, you know, there's 3 fans in sports that stand above the rest in terms of, I want to kill that motherfucker. You know what I mean? In terms of motherfuckers that you legit, like if you had, like remember, like if the Purge was real, there's 3 fan bases where if the Purge was real, you killing that motherfucker. That is Tom Brady fans, Michael Jordan fans, and Stephen Curry fans. And it's like, just non-fucking stop, bro. Non-fucking stop. They don't even let you enjoy your own, like, you could just completely be minding your own business. You could just be like, oh man, I love Drew Brees. And then he's like, oh, Tom Brady owns Drew Brees. Not Drew Brees, yeah. Or like Phillip Rivers. Like, I could be like, oh yeah, Phillip Rivers is dope, bro. I love that dude. And then be like, oh, Tom Brady owns Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers has 0 rings. Tom Brady has 7. You know what I mean? You could be like, oh yeah, LeBron's a pretty dope player. Still not better than MJ. You know what I mean? You get fucking Curry. You know, the worst of the worst. I'm like, yo, I love CP3, bro. CP3 is dope. He's one of the best point guards of this generation. We'll never even touch Curry. Oh my god, Curry's way better than CP3 would ever imagine. You know what I mean? So it's like, these are the 3 fan bases. If the Purge was real, you know, those are the ones you want to you know what I mean, just want to stab. And you want to do it slowly. You want to do it like Charles Manson style. You want to do it like Charles Manson style slowly. So, you know what I mean? So then, you know, I was kind of concerned just because for some reason, I don't know why it took 7 games for the Celtics to beat the Heat. Because they really kind of shot themselves in the foot in a lot of those games. Like, if we're being honest, the Celtics really should have won that series in 5. Because Game 3 was like the ultimate fluke. Like, this bum-ass motherfucker, Bam Adebayo, decided to randomly drop like 31 and 10 in Game 3. But if it weren't for that, you know, Boston honestly should have won the series in 5. I don't even know how it came down to 7 games. I really don't even know how it came down to 7 games. And then, finally, we get to Boston. Because I don't know how long this video has been. I really don't know how long this video has been. I'm sorry if I'm rambling on. But, you know, because you're probably trying to hear, like, the actual in-game analysis. So now we get to Game 6, right? We get to Game 6. And the more I look at it, I'm just a little bit curious of how they even got to this point. Because, let's recap, right? So, you know, the Warriors were winning by a lot in Game 1, and then the Celtics decided to pull away in the last few minutes. That's 1-0, right? And then obviously the Warriors got to get them back for that shit, tie that up at 1-1. And then I was like, okay, I know for sure Boston is winning Game 3. Like, I know for a fact Boston's going to win Game 3. Like, no matter what happens, Boston will win Game 3. Like, if you watch my original prediction, I said, no matter what happens, Boston... Okay, if you watch my Warriors Celtics prediction video, it basically went exactly how I said it would, except for the 2 games I wasn't sure about. You know what I mean? Except for, like, actually, no, not even the 2 games. The fucking 1 game I wasn't sure about. The 1 game I wasn't sure about. Like, remember when I made that fucking Warriors Celtics video? The exact words were, I think they're gonna split 1-1. I don't know if the Celtics win Game 1, Warriors win Game 2, or if the Warriors win Game 1, Celtics win 2. But I was like, okay, they're gonna split Game 1, and you know, Celtics for sure gonna win Game 3. And I said that the one wild card game was gonna be Game 4, right? I said that, and I said it's going to be a close game, but I think Boston is going to clutch it out and go up 3-1. And they did almost clutch it out until they just, you know, it was like a fucking 3-point game, and then they just completely shit the bed. You know what I mean? It was like 94-97 with like 4.5 minutes left to go, and then they just proceeded to do absolutely nothing. They kept shooting all these dumbass threes instead of going inside and cutting it to like 1 point. You know what I mean? And at that point, all they would need is like a layup and they'd take the lead. But I mean, obviously, these motherfuckers, you know, these Celtics players have no fucking basketball IQ whatsoever. You know what I mean? So they keep trying to shoot these dumbass threes. Marcus Smart, Jason Tatum, like, dude, oh my god, this dude Jason Tatum, bro. Dude, I had, okay, I don't know. I had like a smidget of respect for Jason Tatum's game, like, before this finals, because I watched him, like, fucking drop 46 on Milwaukee. I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker's the real deal. And then I watch him versus the Warriors, and I'm like, is this the same motherfucker? Is this the same motherfucker that dropped 46 on Giannis? Is this that same motherfucker? Where is this dude? This dude just be taking the dumbest fucking shots. And sometimes, here's the thing. He's wide open, right? He's wide open. He can go inside. He can shoot a mid-range. But this dude, oh, you know what he does? Like, every one of these shots, he just shoots like a fucking dumbass one-legged fadeaway over like 3 defenders. That's literally what he does on every fucking play. Even when he's wide open, you know, he just shoots like the dumbest fucking shots. And don't even get me started on Marcus Smart, bro. Like, this dude Marcus Smart, like, okay, first off, fuck the playoffs. We all know Mikal Bridges is the real defensive player of the year. That motherfucker was guarding 1 through 5. I don't care that Marcus Smart was, quote-unquote, locking down point guards. But, you know what I mean? Was he guarding Kevin Durant? No. Was he guarding Paul George? No. You know what I mean? Was he better than LeBron James? No. Mikal Bridges was. Fuck the playoffs. You know what I mean? Because last time I checked, Defensive Player of the Year is a regular season award. That is Mikal Bridges' award. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. You know, like, this dude Mikal Bridges got robbed as a motherfucker. Anyone will attest to that. Like, anyone will fucking attest to that. You know what I mean? This dude Marcus Smart is like, you know what I don't understand? The Celtics just continuously give it to this man. They continuously give it to this man. And he just continuously misses wide open three after wide open three after wide open three after wide open three after wide open three. And they just keep giving it to him. You know what I mean? This dude's fucking trash. He can't handle the ball without, like, getting a turnover on any other play. You know, he shoots all these dumbass threes, even though he's not a good three-point shooter. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I don't understand? Why did they keep... You know what the Celtics' problem? They keep trying to manufacture Marcus Smart into a point guard when he's really like a pure two guard. He's not a point guard. He cannot handle the ball. He's like a pure 3-and-D player, but they're trying to make him like a hybrid. They're trying to make him like a combo guard who could sometimes handle the ball. No, do not let this motherfucker touch the ball. This motherfucker and Danny Green are the same fucking player. The only difference is Danny Green is 2 inches taller. Do not let this motherfucker, Marcus Smart, handle the ball. You know what I mean? They should have ran that offense through Derek White, because every time Derek White was the point guard, they were blowing these teams out. Like in game 1, Derek White was the primary facilitator. They blew the faggot ass Warriors out. In game 3, Derek White was the primary facilitator. They blew these motherfuckers out. You know when they started losing this shit? When they put the ball in Marcus Smart's hand. That's when they started losing this shit. Because at that point, they were up 2-1, ready to go up 3-1. And I was like, oh shit, let's go. Let's go. These Warriors are done. Dynasty my ass, all this shit. You know what I mean? But then, incoming dumbass Jason Tatum shots. Incoming dumbass Marcus Smart shots. Because up until that point, I thought, okay, Jason Tatum's kind of wetting the bed. Marcus Smart is trash. But I do believe Jaylen Brown will get that Finals MVP. I think Game 4 is what fucked them over, bro. I'm telling you. Because up until Game 4, they had all the momentum in the world. You know what I mean? But then they let this motherfucker Stephen Curry shoot these like fucking running all the way to the baseline, one-legged, jump up in the air, half-court. And I'm not even gonna credit Curry for that, because this dude was literally just chucking up shots, bro. The only motherfucker I will give credit for chucking up shots and making them is Kobe. Because when he does that shit, his eyes never fucking leave the ball, bro. His eyes, like when Kobe just used to just chuck up these random fucking shots that would miraculously go in, his eyes would never for 1 second leave that ball, because he was convinced that every single one of them, like, that motherfucker's going in. That motherfucker, like, he knew that. But all these fuckers who try to copy that shit, you know what I mean? Like this dude Stephen Curry, every time he shoots a 3, this motherfucker looks away. Like, you ain't Gilbert Arenas. You know what I mean? The fuck? You ain't Gilbert Arenas. Stop trying to be Gilbert Arenas, bro. Gilbert Arenas is the only one who could pull that shit off and make it work. Like, you ain't no fucking Gilbert Arenas. Stop fucking trying, you know what I mean? You ain't Gilbert Arenas, you ain't Kobe, you ain't any of those dudes, you know what I mean? Like, I'm tired of like Stephen Curry making all these fluky ass shots, and then like Klay Thompson making all these fluky ass shots, and then people try to call it skill. I'm not trying to say that they're not good players, but have you seen some of the shots these motherfuckers take that just miraculously go in? I'm not gonna be salty. I'm not gonna be salty. They won the championship. Congratulations. But you can't honestly tell me that some of these shots these motherfuckers take, you know what I mean, that like, you can't tell me that was the shot they were looking for. I don't want to hear that. You could say, oh yeah, it wasn't the best shot available, but they kind of just had to take it. But you can't tell me that was the shot they were looking for. You know what I mean? So, anyways, like I said, after Game 4, everything just fucking fell apart. And then we get to Game 5, and then this motherfucker Curry had like the worst finals game of his career, other than like I think maybe like 2016 Game 7. You know, probably had like the worst game of his fucking career. You know, in Game 5, and then they still fucking lose. Not to Game 5 play, not to, you know what I mean? Not to, they lose to fucking Andrew Wiggins. Remember the same guy that everyone was talking about? Oh yeah, he gets 25 points per game with the Timberwolves, but he's just a stat pattern. They lost to that motherfucker, bro. Here's the thing. That's the thing, though. Out of anyone on this team, I do kind of fuck with Andrew Wiggins. I have always because I was like, when everyone was shitting on Andrew Wiggins for like pissing the bed in Minnesota, I was the one person to say he was doing just fine before Jimmy Butler got there. You know, I was the one person who always had Andrew Wiggins back on when he was in Minnesota. So even though like even though I hope every fucking Warriors player, you know what I mean, Draymond Green, Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, even though I hope all these motherfuckers get like run over by a car, Dwayne Haskins style, you know, even though I wish that on every single one of these motherfuckers, I do kind of fuck with Andrew Wiggins, you know what I mean? If the entire team gets hit by a bus, I want Andrew Wiggins to be the only one coming out alive. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I want every single one of these motherfuckers on the Warriors, coaching staff, players, all these motherfuckers, I want them all to get in this big fucking, you know, I want this big fucking car crash, or this big fucking bus crash, and then, you know, all the motherfuckers are dead, but rising from the ashes, Andrew Wiggins appears. You know what I mean? That's my whole thing on Andrew Wiggins. I fuck with Andrew Wiggins. I'm happy for him and him alone. Fuck the rest of the Warriors team. So shout out Andrew Wiggins. And also, isn't it funny that the guy who's considered soft, the guy who's like considered like not good, overrated, all that shit, you know what I mean? Isn't it kind of funny? Yeah, hey, Jimmy. You know that guy you called soft? You know that guy you called lazy? You know that guy you called fucking trash? You know he had a ring before you, and not only does he have a ring before you, he was the second best player on a championship team. What have you done, Jimmy? You ain't shit, Jimmy. Like, dude, I swear this dude, every single day that passes just proves that Jimmy Butler ain't shit. You know what I mean? The Timberwolves won more playoff games with Patrick Beverley than they did with you. And now, this dude Andrew, you know what I mean? So Karl-Anthony Towns wins more playoff games without you than he did with you. And then Andrew Wiggins wins a championship. You know what I mean? Andrew Wiggins wins a championship. Yeah, before you even fucking sniff, even being like Andrew Wiggins wins the championship before you even sniff. I'm not even gonna fuck. Okay, you can say you can hate on me all you want, but if y'all are gonna discredit LeBron for winning that 2020 finals as like a bubble ring, I don't want to hear shit about the Heat, bro. If any team was a bubble team, it was the fucking Heat. You know what I mean? Because you saw if the Miami Heat had played any other team than the Celtics, the motherfuckers would be done in 5 games, bro. Like, the only team they were beating up on were like these trash ass teams like the Hawks, you know, the Sixers. They you know what I mean? If they actually beat like a legit, if they actually ran through like a legit fucking team, like a healthy Milwaukee team, they would have gotten their ass beat. We all know that. We all fucking know that. But anyways, you know, every passing day, you know, just the world has to remind us that Jimmy Butler, you know, God has to remind us that Jimmy Butler ain't shit. You know what I mean? Jimmy Butler sitting at home on his couch watching Andrew Wiggins hold up that trophy, watching Karl-Anthony Towns win more playoff games than him. So that does bring a smile to my face. You know what I mean? And now we get into this Game 6 shit. So, originally they got off to what? Like I think they were leading 12-2. I think at some point, like early in the first quarter, they had like a 17-point lead. And then it went from like a 17-point lead for the Celtics to like an 18-point lead to the Warriors. Just like that. Just like that. I don't even know what the fuck happened. I think it was like what? Like 17-2 or like 19-2 at one point. You know what I mean? And the Celtics were winning. And it went from that to like 33-51. And like the Warriors have like an 18-point lead. So I really just don't know what the fuck happened. Like I took my eyes off for like 2 seconds. They go from being up by 17 to being down by 18. So I don't know what the fuck happened. Then they do all this work to get back in like the third quarter, just to still fucking lose by like over double digits. Like I think they cut it to like 10 or even like 8 at one point, and they just never recovered. Like I just for the life of me, bro, I don't understand what compelled them to go to Marcus Smart. Like what compelled I don't know. Like every time I watch these games, bro, they trying to get Marcus Smart shots up like he's fucking. They trying to get Marcus Smart shots up like he's motherfucking NJ or some shit, or like he's Klay Thompson. like they every time this dude is wide open, they think, let me pass to him. He's open for 3. But why exactly do you think the Warriors are giving him that much space? We all know why the Celtics gave Draymond all that space. Y'all really think the Warriors aren't thinking the same exact thing with Marcus Smart? Like, why do y'all keep giving this bum-ass motherfucker Marcus Smart the ball? Like, every time the ball is in Derek White's hands, every time Derek White has a chance to actually, control the offense, they win. But when they give it to this bum-ass motherfucker Marcus Smart, that's when they lose. So why? So y'all were up 2-1 because of Derek White's brilliance. And by the way, y'all were fucking trash for like the first half of the season. I think y'all were like the 10th seed, and then you trade for Derek White, and all of a sudden you make a run to like the fucking playoffs. So not only is Derek White the one who brought you to the playoffs, he's also the one who brought you the 2-1 lead. Because when Derek White was playing well, y'all were winning. The second that y'all stopped giving the ball to Derek White and started giving that shit to Marcus Smart, that's when y'all were losing. So if I were the Celtics right now, I would do everything I can to get Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal, that's the dude. That's the dude you need. Because here's what you gotta do. Because Beal and Tatum, we all know those two are like best buddies, right? And I think Miami wants to get Donovan Mitchell anyways. Like Miami is like all in on Donovan Mitchell. Like Bam Adebayo was like taking him out to a restaurant. Like I heard he was like working out with Jimmy Butler. That could be vice versa. I'm not sure. But like Donovan Mitchell's all set on Miami, so they don't need Bradley Beal there. But in terms of the Celtics, do whatever you can do to keep Jaylen Brown, because y'all, because Jaylen Brown literally carried y'all this entire finals up until like the last couple games. Like this dude Jaylen Brown was carrying like hardcore, bro. Like this dude Jason Tatum didn't do a damn thing the entire finals. Like I know he was averaging like 23 points per game, but those were like the most empty 20. Like when he scored that 46 from Milwaukee, we felt every single one of those buckets. But all these 27, 28 point games he had against the Warriors, these gotta be the most empty motherfucking 28 points I've ever seen in my life, bro. Even Devin Booker. I shit on Devin Booker. Here's the thing. I'm a big Devin Booker fan, but I constantly shit on him for putting up these like quiet-ass fucking 30-point games. Like, here's my thing on Devin Booker. Every time Devin Booker scores 20, we lose. Every time Devin Booker scores 40, we lose. But whenever Devin Booker scores 30, we usually win. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying that Jason Tatum's on that level, but what I'm saying, when he scores those points, it's not doing shit, bro. Like, he's scoring all these points, and it has no fucking impact. Like, and he takes all these dumb, like, oh my fucking god, bro. Like, this dude, Jason Tatum, takes, like, the most retarded fucking shots I've ever seen in my life, bro. Like, I'm not even trying, okay. But then we get to game 6, right? They cut it all the way down to, like, 10 at one point. You know, it's looking good. And then all of a sudden, Warriors go on this huge run in the 4th quarter. You know, because most of this final series, that's when they typically started to melt down. Like, they melted down in game 3. They melted down in game 1. In game 5, they were starting to melt down, but the Celtics just couldn't. Here's the thing. The funny thing about the series is they did not lose the series because of their defense. You know, so anyone saying their defense got exposed, when Stephen Curry went off for 43, that's what they wanted him to do. They wanted him to do that because they knew last time he went off for I think this dude had 47 against the Raptors and he still lost. So they tried to do that same fucking game plan. But the difference was the Raptors were actually hitting their fucking shots. Danny Green was hitting his fucking shots. Kawhi Leonard was hitting his fucking shots. Siakam, Lowry, Ibaka, all these motherfuckers on the Raptors were hitting their fucking shots. So when Curry was going off for 47, it didn't mean shit because those motherfuckers were actually hitting their fucking shots. But the Celtics just couldn't hit their fucking shot. So here's what you do. If you're Boston, because here's the thing, Bradley Beal's a greedy motherfucker. We all know that. So he's going to want a supermax, right? So what you do is you sign and trade this motherfucker. You let him get his supermax in Washington, then you trade him over to Boston, because you're not going to have the cap space to sign him straight up anyways. So let him get his supermax, and then let them sign and trade him for Marcus Smart. Okay, here's the thing. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Robert Williams, those 3 are untouchable. Everyone else can go. Al Horford, even though he's a great veteran presence, Robert Williams got that shit in the bag. And you got Grant Williams, so you could just start Robert Williams at center full time. You know what I mean? So, I'm going to repeat this one more time. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Robert Williams. Those 3 motherfuckers are the only 3 motherfuckers on the Celtics that are untouchable. I know that Jason Tatum did fucking horrible, but how the hell are you going to replace him? Because unless you're getting Kawhi Leonard or unless you're getting Kevin Durant, you're not going to be able to replace Jason Tatum. You know what I mean? If you were able to get a player of that caliber, fuck yeah, get rid of Jason Tatum. But I don't think you're going to be able to get Kevin Durant. I think if KD does leave, I think he's coming to Phoenix. I won't make a video that's going more in depth on that, but I do believe that he will end up a Sun if you leave. But anyway, like I said, give as many first round picks. You need someone who can fucking shoot, bro. No one can shoot on this fucking team. Jaylen Brown is the only motherfucker that's actually hitting his shots, bro. This dude Marcus Smart ain't do a damn thing. Derek White is good every other game. Peyton Pritchard is overrated as fuck. Dylan Brooks is way better than Peyton. Here's the thing, Oregon fans. Once again, y'all gotta take the L, bro. I don't know what Oregon fans' problems is with Dylan Brooks, but Dylan Brooks is a much better player than Peyton Pritchard will ever be. This dude, Peyton Pritchard, this dude has one move. His one move is some fucking try-hard step-back 3. This dude, Peyton Pritchard, is literally Austin Rivers. He's literally a glorified, because you know how everyone hated on Austin Rivers because Austin Rivers was Doc Rivers' son? This dude, Peyton Pritchard, is literally a light version of Austin Rivers. He has that one try-hard step back, but other than that, he has no fucking moves whatsoever. So this dude, Peyton Pritchard, is fucking trash. You know what I mean? This dude, Peyton Pritchard, is trash. Grant Williams had one good game, in Game 7 against Milwaukee, and just never was seasoning. So here's the thing: package every motherfucker on your team except for Tatum, except for Brown, except for Robert Williams. Every other motherfucker on your team can go. Package all the motherfuckers, package all your picks, do everything you can to get Bradley Beal. Because y'all need a fucking shooter, bro. Y'all need someone who can consistently knock down shots. Because your offense was just so hard to watch, bro. When everyone wasn't just clicking on all cylinders, the Celtics offense is so hard to fucking watch, bro. And now, here's the thing. Now, oh my god, Jesus Christ. Dude, it's not even the fact that the Suns lost again. It's the fact that the Suns lost and the Warriors won a championship. In the same fucking year, bro. Damn, let me catch a fucking break, bro. I thought for once I could get these fucking faggot-ass Warriors fans off my back, but they let, you know what I mean? They let me have all that shit, bro. I am fucking tied up, tentacle style, and they just be fucking living shit out of me. These fucking Warriors fans, bro. They not letting me live this shit down, bro. I'm gonna have to hear this shit for the next 8 months, bro. These fucking Warriors fans will not stop. They just will not fucking stop. So I've garnered a solution to this. You know what I mean? I just, like I said, when the start of this video, I'm blocking every single NBA related page. I'm blocking ESPN because we all know ESPN just gonna fucking suck off Steph Curry. I'm blocking Bleacher Report, and until the next season starts, until the next NBA season starts, I am all in football and football only. We all know every single off-season post is just gonna be Stephen Curry, Warriors dynasty. You know what I mean? Because that's all these ESPN motherfuckers are going to post. See, Shams and Woj, those dudes are going to report the trades. Those dudes are going to report the free agency signings. Because that's what I want to see in the offseason. What I want to see in the offseason are the trades and the signings. That's all I care about. You know what I mean? I don't care about oh yeah, Giannis won a championship from 2 months ago. Curry won a championship from 2 months ago. And let's just spam every post about them. You know what I mean? I don't even care about that shit anyway. So, like I said, I block it. So if any of these dudes who were trolling me in the IG comments, you know what I mean, thought I blocked them, I did not. I was just blocking the page because I'm not trying to hear any of these fucking. I'm not trying to, hear all these fucking sport NBA pages just spam the fuck out of the Warriors. No way, bro. And then also, now they're going to do this. They're going to be like, oh, Stephen Curry has 4 rings, and he has a final MVP. What does CP0 have? So, I don't, you know what I mean? Fuck, man. Dude, this would have been the perfect storm if they would have lost this shit. You know what I mean? Because then, Stephen Curry would not have a finals MVP. He would not have a finals MVP. It would still be 3 championships. It would still be, 2 of the motherfuckers were from KD. One of the motherfuckers was from... one of the motherfuckers was from... Every single team don't blame me either. But now with this championship, they're all going to say, it was legit. It was legit. No, it wasn't. Last time I checked, didn't y'all go against an injured Nuggets team, no Michael Porter Jr., no Jamal Murray. You went against an injured Grizzly team. John Morant missed half. John Morant missed half the series. Dylan Brooks, basically missed 2 games because he got suspended in 1 minute into, I think, game 2 or something. So you know what I mean? So yeah, how exactly? And then you go, and then you get the trash ass Mavericks, who like we all know like that should have been the Suns. And then you go against the Celtics, who just like had every opportunity to put their fucking foot on your necks, but just refused to fucking do it. So it's like, yeah, bro. Like I don't know what to say. Fuck the Warriors. I will never, ever. Until they actually win a championship without like, you know, every fucking playoff series having to go, like every one of these championship runs, half the teams they go against are just completely fucking injury riddled. You know, this year like the Grizzlies, the Nuggets, you know what I mean, and then they go against the trash ass Mavericks with like, you know what I mean, like Luka is like, I don't know, Luka and like a bunch of randoms. You know what I mean? Okay, Luka, a bunch of randoms, and they go against like these choking ass Celtics who think that Marcus Smart is the equivalent of Chris Paul. You know what I mean? It's like nah, fuck that. Shout out Andrew Wiggins. Fuck the Warriors. Like I said, shout out Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins is my man. I've defended that man from the heavens and earth. So shout out to my man Andrew Wiggins. Fuck the Warriors. You know, until y'all actually beat healthy teams to win a championship. Like, because every single fucking championship run, it's like damn near all the fucking teams you go against are injured. Until you guys actually beat healthy teams, y'all ain't getting shit from me. You know, because all these people will be like, oh, this validated their shit. No, it didn't. Half their fucking teams were injured again. Half the teams the Warriors went against were you know, like the whole Warriors only win championship based off of injured teams. That narrative is still fucking going because half the fucking teams they went against in this playoffs were injured. You know what I mean? So this shit has not changed, bro. Like if they had if John Morant never got hurt, you know, they never suspended Dillon Brooks, MPJ and Murray, and you know, and they still got through all that shit. Hell yeah, I would definitely be giving them props. But fuck that, like they literally just got the easiest road to a championship I've ever fucking seen, bro. You know what I mean? First round, G League Nuggets. Second round, first round, G League Nuggets with like Jokic and like Bones Highland as the second best player. You know what I mean? Second round, you know, the only team that could have actually beat them other than the Suns, like the Grizzlies, like the only legit team they went against, Dillon Brooks out for 2 games. John Morant out for half the series. And then, you know, in the conference finals, instead of having like a grinded out 7-game series against the Suns, they go against the trash ass Mavericks with like Luka and like Jalen Brunson as his second best player. Like really, we're doing that? Like Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson. That's all I gotta say. And then we go against the Celtics, who are supposed to be a legit team, but once again, Marcus Smart is their primary playmaker. So yeah, like I said, shout out Andrew Wiggins. Fuck the Warriors. Y'all ain't no fucking dynasty. Y'all ain't better than the Bulls. Y'all ain't better than Kobe and Shaq's Lakers. Y'all ain't better than Tim Duncan's Spurs. Y'all, you know what I mean? And then, like, obviously, we got the 60 Celtics. You know, that's kind of like an iffy thing. Y'all ain't better than Magic's Lakers. Y'all ain't better than Bird's Celtics. Y'all ain't even better than the bad boy Pistons, bro. Like, all this soft-ass shit where y'all are just getting away with illegal screens, and Draymond Green is just fouling on every fucking play, but they call it, like, an offensive foul. All of this bullshit, y'all will get your shit clocked by the bad boy Pistons, bro. Y'all really think that Bill Laimbeer and Rick Mahorn and Dennis Rodman and all these motherfuckers, y'all really think they would let Stephen Curry just shoot these fadeaway threes and shimmy on them, and like they would think, you really think they would let him get away with that? No, that motherfucker, this fucking pussy ass light skinned motherfucker Stephen Curry would get his shit clocked day in, day out by Isaiah Thomas, clocked day in, day out by Mahorn, you know what I mean, Laimbeer, all these motherfuckers, bro. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all have not beat healthy teams. Until one of your championship runs, y'all actually beat a healthy team, then come talk to me. Because that has not happened. That still has not happened. So when you go through an entire playoffs, okay, I'll give you an excuse. If maybe one of the, okay, let's say the first round you go against like the fucking Kings, and like they have no De'Aaron Fox. It's like the Kings are trash anyway. They're gonna get swept anyway. Then I'll be like, but the rest of the teams you went against were healthy. Then I'll be like, oh, okay, I respect that. I respect that. It's not that the Kings were gonna do shit that anyway. But like, legit team that could have fucking beat you, either choked, were injured, or like have Marcus Smart as their primary playmaker. You know what I mean? So yeah, nah, fuck you. Fuck y'all. Y'all ain't no fucking dynasty. You know what I mean? Y'all rings are made of plastic, bro. Y'all rings are literally like, the motherfuckers are not rings, bro. Those are copper. Those are copper pennies that they just molded into a shape of a ring. You know what I mean? Don't wear that shit. Gollum gon' bite you. Gollum will fucking bite your ass if you try to wear that shit. But yeah, like I said, fuck the Warriors. It's fuck the Bay Area all day. Shout out my man Andrew Wiggins. Celtics, y'all disappoint me. Like Marcus Smart needs to be kicked off that team immediately. Jason Tatum, you ain't Kobe. Stop trying to be him. Stop trying to wear all these shirts, that are about Kobe. Stop trying to text him while he's dead. Stop trying to shoot all these dumbass fadeaways. Go in the gym, get better, because you're a good ass dude, so I don't want to shit on you too hard. But just stop trying to be Kobe. Be your own dude. Just be your own fucking man for once, alright? Jaylen Brown, keep doing what you were doing, but just... No, I can't even hate on Jaylen Brown, bro. Like, this dude was, like, high-key carrying the entire fucking finals up until, like, I think Game 5. Like, I think Game 5, that's when he started to, like, collapse a little bit. But Jaylen Brown was basically, like, single-handedly carrying this fuck. I can't even say anything bad about Jaylen Brown. You know what I mean? But, like, most of these fucking losses are on Marcus Smart. Like, this dude Marcus Smart is so... Like, and Jason... Yeah, Marcus Smart and Jason Tatum. But Marcus Smart especially. This dude Marcus Smart is so fucking garbage, bro. Like, oh my god. I've never seen a guard in the NBA this garbage. At least Ben Simmons can rebound, bro. At least Ben Simmons can rebound. At least Ben Simmons can legit play make without turning the ball over every play. So if y'all want to say Ben Simmons, like, this dude, there ain't no way you could say that Ben Simmons ain't better than Marcus Smart. If y'all even try to say that shit, y'all don't know basketball. You know what I mean? But yeah, once again, shout out Andrew Wiggins. Fuck the Bay Area all day. Tatum, stop trying to be Kobe. Marcus Smart, get out of the NBA. Well, with that being said, I'm out. Peace.